Hello, recorders. I'm reporting to you live from PowerHouse Comic-Con, their 5th anniversary, and it's
It's recording time!
Jesse, that's my catchphrase. Like, how would you feel if I said yours?
I mean, go for it.
Keep your knees high, Twinkle Toes.
Comic-Con. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our panel. My name is Benjamin. We are the Twilight Knights Renaissance Guild. Oh, they made us a sign. Isn't that awesome? And we are practitioners of historical European mixed martial arts. And we are here to show you a little bit of what we're doing, to show you a little bit of the myths that you see in anime and films, and to maybe demythify some of them, and to give you a little bit of our philosophy as to how we do our training. We will be happy to stay after the con to answer your questions over there. We are also looking for new members because COVID is theoretically over, and more events are coming up, and we need new people, new spirit, new blood to get into the mix. And before we continue, I did want to throw out a shout out to the Kyber Cave.
Hello there.
Because we actually do lightsaber events and lightsaber tourneys at conventions and festivals and Star Wars gatherings. So go see this man right here at the Kyber Cave. He's going to hook you up with your own lightsaber. However, before we can get to fighting, we have to know who is fighting. So let us have each of our members come out and introduce themselves. Go.
My name is Tom. There are 3 in this guild, but I'm the first. That means I'm the best. My style is called Saber, one-handed, very good at chopping off limbs, and I hope to do a lot of that today for you guys.
No one left behind.
I am the 3rd of the Thomases. I fight using a longsword. It's a very basic weapon that we start out all of our new guildmates with. It's got, relative to other weapons, it's pretty simple to use. You got your nice cutting weapon
Don't
here.
be shy, guys. Sit down. Enjoy.
And hope to show you what I can do with it.
All right, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs. I am David Biarial. I should start with, I am the quartermaster for the guild. That means it's my job to take care of and maintain all the guild equipment. Personally, I fight with a long sword in one hand and an axe in the other. The axe is great for blocks as well as hooking weapons to pull them out of stance. Thank you.
Nice.
Hi everybody, I'm Danny. I like pina coladas, long walks on the beach. I'm a Pisces and I'm new here. So since I'm new here, I fight with the English longsword style.
I like the armor.
Hello, my name is Alex. I fight with a rapier, best known for musketeers, slaying vampires, stabbing, and slabbing. It's very dexterous, nice and light, and it looks very shiny. Nice to meet you.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Duncan. I am the guild sergeant, and today I will be fighting with a paired style. In my right hand will be the German Langmesser, essentially a large knife, or as we like to call it, a honking German machete. It's a short weapon, but it's got a lot of power in the cut and a lot of maneuverability, able to twist, turn, and strike from many angles very quickly. And in my left hand, I'll be using a buckler, a type of small shield that's easily carried on your person, that's good for self-defense and blocking where your sword cannot.
Greetings all, I am the 3rd Tom 2 in this case, the second one who joined. I use 2 swords because I feel that one sword just isn't enough fun. Use it for a lot of blocking, a lot of attacking. I like to control the fight, and I like to show that I've trained a lot of these people. A couple tricks that they haven't learned yet.
We call what he does the knife and the fork method. So before we begin, let's do some science. Let's figure out the myths that are involved. How many people here have seen sword fights either in movies or anime or anything like that? Anybody? Okay. You, young sir, with the Star Wars shirt there. How long did the fight in the movie you saw take? How many minutes? I can't hear you. Still can't hear you. You can take off the mask. Scream it. You're not sure? Well, that's a fair, honest answer. I heard somebody over here give me a number. What was it? Anybody? How long did it take? 10 minutes. And sometimes it does take 10 minutes, okay? So we know, of course, that when you get into a fight in anime, when you get into a fight in movies and things like this, especially superhero movies and stuff, it does take minutes, 10 minutes, because it takes at least 3 episodes to charge your chi. It takes 1 episode to reminisce over the injustices done to you by your friends, family, parents, etc., so forth, so on. And then you get to the fighting. But today we're going to change it up a little bit, all right? Everybody out there who has a stopwatch on their cell phone, go ahead and get ready to start using it, because I want you to help me debunk this myth. As soon as I say fight, I want you to start your stopwatch, and as soon as I say stop, I want you to stop it, and I want you to tell me what time you have. First 2, please, come on out here. So for this particular experiment, what we're going to do is, we know in fighting, if you get hit in the head, in the body, in the leg, or, that's a shot that's going to cause you to bleed, and usually that ends the fight, because most of the time, they fought to first blood, not to the death. Because nobody ever dies in anime, right? Or cartoons, or movies. Deadpool 23, The Pursuit of Money. So I'm going to say start, they're going to start fighting, and as soon as a good legal hit using our system is struck, I'm going to say stop, and I want you guys to stop your stopwatches, and I'm going to go around and see how many people, what times we have for that. Are we ready? Oh, hold on, they're changing power.
Somebody in the front row.
We're asking for front row stand. Just we don't want any stray shots distracted.
Did that work? Oh, it's a little lower now. Nope, maybe not. There's something? Maybe I need to reboot it. Can everybody hear me? Honestly, I usually don't talk with a microphone because I'm a loud person. So, uh-oh. Now we have to check for sound quality. Luke, I am your engineer.
How long does it take to fight? More than 10 minutes?
All right, we're going to start the fight so we can keep going. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Aye.
Fight. Stop.
Like
All right, so who was keeping time? Can I get some times out there? You, ma'am. 4.31 seconds. You, young sir. 4.30. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? About 4.3. So about 4 seconds or so, right? Well, that's not enough time to charge your chi. Hey, get off the stage. Maybe you're wrong. We'll get another pair. We'll just test that out too. I keep coming in and out. All right. Are we ready?
Aye, yeah.
Timers, are we ready? Fight! Oh, stop. All right, what times do we have, young back there? Is this working, kind of? What time do we have? 3, wait, it got lower? All right, and you, ma'am? 3 point, it got lower. Tell me, don't be shy. What? So, between 3 and 4 seconds, that's not enough for an episode, right? That's not enough for a couple of episodes. It's certainly not an hour's worth. I know. Third time is the charm, right? So, one more pair, please.
Take his head off.
You know, people, usually when people see people trying to hit each other with swords and stuff, they get really excited. They start yelling, they start screaming, they start chanting, they start clapping.
Throwing money.
Throwing money, throwing food, offering beers. Okay. Stand by. Fight! Oh, stop! All right, time on that one, please. It keeps getting lower. It just keeps getting lower. I don't know if it's the skill level or maybe they're just tired. I do not know. All right, so the first thing I'm going to say is, look, honestly, this is kind of a trick test because the truth is, we know it doesn't take 10 minutes to do a sword fight. We know that if you were actually fighting with swords, you want to end that fight as soon as possible. There's a couple of reasons for this. Because number one, if you had a Tom 2 or a Tom 3 size guy charging at you with swords, you don't really want to stay in that fighting pit for too long. Because sooner or later, one of you is going to make a mistake, and it's probably going to be you, because you're so much smaller, maybe, and you're going to get stabbed, or you're going to get slammed, or you're going to get cut, and, pieces start falling off, and it's embarrassing. All right? The other thing is, if you were a gentlemanly person, and people used to do that, they fought duels to first blood, which means as soon as you get cut, the fight's over, you've proved your point, okay? Death metal is better than death punk. So that's when the fight is over. And if you're going to do that, you need to make it fast. You need to keep it going as fast as you can, because otherwise you're going to get tired, you're going to make a mistake, and you're going to lose the duel. Now, how do we practice this? How do we go about making sure we're ready to do this? Well, one of the things we do is what we call 3-point bouts. It's very simple. If you're hitting the head, if you're hitting the body, if you're hitting the arm above the wrist, if you're hitting the leg above the knee, hey, that worked pretty good. Then it's 1 point. And if you get 3 points, you win the bout. And that's how we practice. I'm going to have the various members come out here and do the 3-point bouts. While they're doing it, I'm going to give a little commentary about what we do and what we believe in. And so you can understand why we're here in the middle of this heat fighting. Ooh, very good job. Everybody, a round of applause to our engineer. So, first two fighters, come on out here. And they're going to call their own shots. They're going to call their own hits. They're going to show you where they got hit so you know that where the point was scored.
Alex, Duncan, switch.
Right. Better easy to see from this side.
So very simply, the Twilight Renaissance Guild believes that martial arts should be available to everybody. It should be a very simple thing. It should be a rather affordable thing. And it should not be a confusing thing where you literally have to learn a second or third language in order to participate. We are an actual guild, and we actually do not charge you to come and participate. We loan you the equipment to start, although when you become a full member, we recommend you buy your own gear. And you pay for your training and you pay for the program by coming to events such as these and performing in front of wonderful people like yourself.
Good.
Oh, very nice stab. Very nicely done. So if anybody is interested or if anybody has any questions at the end of our panel, please come and see us. We do have business cards. We do have a sign-up list, and we would be happy to answer any questions you may have. Next two. Who do you think is going to win? The guy with the axe or the guy with only one weapon? Why, if I was a betting man, the guy with the axe, says our engineer. Oh, no.
Leon. Oh.
I beat you by a second, but neither of us are happy.
So what they're actually saying is something we use at practice. We simplify it when we come to cons and Renaissance fairs. Normally when we go to cons and Renaissance fairs, we just say, are you ready? Ready, fight, or start, and then good, or hold. When we're actually at practice, and traditionally, because we try to be as historically correct as possible, the command is a Z, which is to be ready, lay on, which means lay it on and start fighting. I wasn't watching. What was the score?
2-2.
2-2? Oh my goodness.
Ask them a question, brother.
Ask them the question.
Leon.
Good.
Oh, light touch, but good. So you see, sometimes when you use a one-handed weapon that is fast and very sneaky, it is actually better than using two weapons, and that includes an axe. Next two.
Place your bets.
My money's on the tall.
All right, guys and girls, give them a round of applause. Here we go. So now, who's going to be the winner? The guy with one or the guy with two? Ah, probably the guy with two. Very good, very good. When you're ready, gentlemen.
Is he? Left.
What's the sitch?
Good.
Good angle.
Is he?
That was Kim Possible telling me we're 15 minutes in.
We just had lunch together. Why would you waste it that way?
Is he? Leia. You got me here. Simon. Is he? Leia. Ah, good. I believe that's 2-1.
I don't know, I'm willing to keep hitting you.
Wonderful. Is he? Leia.
Good. Through the mask. Very, very, very good. Very good, Eddie. Very good. Maybe if the Red Ranger would have loaned you a sword, you would have had done a better job. Power is power, right? Right. Is this my last pair? Yes. Excellent. Now who's going to win? The rapier? The tall one? All right. That would be me. When you are ready, gentles.
We shall see. Aziz. Leon.
Oh, hit to the arm.
Okay. Let's try that again. I know you can cleave. I've seen you. You can do this. Perhaps. I issue a challenge.
Z. Leon.
Oh, good. Leg. Skewered me a little too good. I might have to step it up just a little bit. Another.
Aziz. Leon.
Oh.
I'm
You okay?
good.
All right.
To the sternum.
Woo, that's too close. Next time. Aziz. Leon. Come on, I know you. This.
To the head.
Woo!
Well, that was very good and very fun, and it's great for practice, and it teaches technique, it teaches movement, it allows you to focus. However, usually about this time, somebody says to me, but Ben, what about real-world combat applications?
But Ben, what about real-world combat applications?
Thank you. I was waiting for that. All right. So one of the other things we do is we like to play different scenarios in different games, and my personal favorite is what is known as WA. All right. Who knows what WA means? W-A, WA. All right. So if you're old like me, and you've played this game called World of Warcraft, or Warhammer. Is it Warhammer? It's Warhammer. And then if you were the orcs, the leader of the orcs would get bored and he would point in a direction and he would say, wah, and everything that way dies. So it's kind of like what we're trying to reproduce. What's going to happen is they're going to come out in two teams, and they're going to come and fight team versus team like it was in an actual combat environment. Now, the rules are a little bit different for this one, because if you're in the middle of a war fight, a melee combat, you're not going to stop and go, oh, that was 1 point, that was 2 point. No, what we're going to do is what we call the limb loss rules, which basically means if you get hit in the head, you're dead. If you get hit in the body, you're dead. If you get hit in the arm, you lose the arm. If you get hit in the leg, you lose the leg. If you lose both legs, you can kind of gimp along on the floor. If you lose both arms, you can do a Monty Python charge into your opponents, but then you will die, and that will be the end of that. Everybody understand the rules?
Yeah.
Hey, what are the teams, Lieutenant?
I believe the Toms versus the rest of them.
So there will be 3 Toms versus everybody else. So this, by the way, is why we asked you, sir, gentleman in the front with the Sailor Moon shirt. if I can have you take one row back, sit one row back. This is for your safety because we do not want you to get hit with a sword or an axe.
Not Tom's with me.
Not Tom's with the sergeant. Tom, how many people think this side's going to win? So you're going to cheer for that side. And by the way, just to give you a hint, they're all named Tom. So if you say, go Tom, they'll understand. All right? Now, how many people feel this side's going to win? So you're going to help cheer for this side. And they're all not named Tom. So all you have to say is, no, go not Tom's. And you're good. What? Yeah. And then you're good to go. All right? Are we ready for some combat?
All right.
Tired. It must be the sun. Come on, people. We're offering to fight here in front of you, live, swinging swords. Are we ready for combat?
Form the line.
Stand by.
Hold your positions.
What?
Forward. Give no ground.
If you're dead, get out. If you're dead, get out. If you're dead, get out.
Like. Oh!
Reset. By the way, generals, you may call for honorable combat. We have the time. All right. So how long did that really take? Was it like an hour or 10 minutes or anything like that, right? So, yeah, fights happen really, really fast. Unless you're in them, because then it seems like it's really, really slow. Afterwards, usually you're like, wait, that only took 3 seconds? That only took 40 seconds? Wow, oh my goodness. So, usually when we play at practice, we go best 3 out of 5. This team won, so that is 1 point. If I can have my friend from the corner over there go 1, that's 1 point for them. No points for these people over here. How many people want to see that again? Stand by.
Let's put these swords on the board.
What?
Forward. Charge!
You are dead. And now there is one on this side. So, young lady there holding the cell phone, can you hold up one finger? You're going to keep score for this side. 1 and 1. Yeah, there's my man. He knows what to do. You've done this before, haven't you? You've been to con before. All right. So, it is 1 to 1. Remember, they need to reach 3 in order to win. So, stand by. Ooh, they're making plans. Are we good, Sergeant?
Aye.
Plans are made? Very good. All right, stand by. Cheer them on, folks. Wah!
Charge!
Go, Tom. You got it.
Dead.
Nope, Tom is dead. I would like to point. Okay, so I know this is not a it is a teaching moment, but as a teacher, I'm so proud. Alex, you got 3 kills on that round. You took out the entire enemy team by yourself. So, scorekeeper, go to 2. Ding. Oh wow, separate hands. No, because that makes 3. Because it's 2 and 1. That's 3. So only 1. Oh, okay. She's doing both parts. Ooh. Overachieving. I like that. I like that. So, 2, 2, 1, stand by. Wah. Cheer them on, folks. Cheer them on.
Hold. Hit.
Now there's only 1 versus 1. Oh, well done, well done, well done. So that would make this side with what score? Your winner, the Not Toms, the Not Toms. Go ahead, guys, get some water really quick. We're going to go to our next evolution. Now finally comes the biggest test. By the way, a round of applause for our wonderful scorekeepers over on this end and over on this end. All right? Yes, smile. You're on camera. You're being filmed. All right, so be aware of that. Okay, so now, of course, we get to the question of, hey, that's fun, but it can get pretty boring. And it seems like there are certain fighters that happen to be a little better than others. And that's kind of true. What we are going to do now is another game we like to play. Do we have even teams or no? No? All right. Everybody for themselves. Everybody take a corner. Go ahead and use the sides. It's okay. Enjoy yourselves. Get out there. We're going to fight until there's one person left standing. Ooh. Goodbye, guys. What? If you guys want, you can even go out there because there doesn't seem to be any chairs or people, and I'm sure people can see you from over here. So everybody pick a corner. Oh, don't sneak behind him. One, unlike certain video games, there are no spawn points in this game. So once you are dead, you are dead. You get out.
Call out if someone's behind. Aye.
Alrighty. Are we ready? We're going to do 2 or 3 rounds of this, and we're going to go from there. Stand by. Wah.
Oh, are we waiting on the honorable comment?
Yeah, they'll get here eventually.
Oh, that's just lazy.
Yeah.
I will come.
All right.
I wished for a fight.
Yeah. I'll honorably stab you from down here.
Good.
Still going. Still going. Are you out, Tom 3? Thank you.
I am, yes.
Yeah, and Tom 1 is dead. Tom 2 is still in. Oh, now one more. Reset. Well done. Everybody give him a round of applause. That cannot be easy in the sun wearing the armor. Who do you think is going to win this time? Which one? One of the 3. All right, cool. That makes sense. All right, yeah. Well, the sitting Tom isn't sitting this time, so stand by. Oh, he's sitting again. God. Wah. There we go again. Cheer them on, folks.
Come on, Tom.
See, he sits down so people don't see him as a viable target. And so he always ends up at the end rounds.
Oh, good job. Are you dead? No.
And now there is, once again, only 2 or 3 left. Oh, he's lost his arm, so he goes to the other arm. Yes, there is. There's one Tom.
Go, Tom.
Nope. Very good. All right. So the next thing that people say to me is, all right, what if I'm walking along and 2 people jump me and I have to defend myself versus 2, which happens quite a lot, especially in the olden days. You're coming home from the tavern, you've had a couple of pints of ale, you're a little tipsy, they know you just got paid because the army just came back in town, and they want your money. So a lot of times there will be 2 people who decides to attack 1 person. This is what we call a 2-on-1 situation. It happens more often than you think. Anybody who's ever dealt with a bully in high school knows that one, right? And this is what happens. We have 1 versus 2. How many people think our 1 person is going to escape?
Surefire strategy.
Stand by. Wah.
I want your boots.
And he has escaped. Well done. By the way, By the way, in most situations, that is your best option. Don't fight multiple people if you can help it. All right? Once again, everybody, round of applause for the Kyber Cave, who has been very good to us. Are we on podcast tomorrow? What are we doing?
Not tomorrow, but I was going to,
All right, so, yep, look for us on a future podcast with them. Do check out their wares because I got to be honest with you, I'm going to put it through its paces. So you're going to be seeing a lot of combat with these things in the future. So, are we ready?
Hi.
Are the audience ready? And what? Oh, and they got him. They got him. Very, very sad. So sad. I knew him. He owes me a couple of dollars. Do we need some more beers? No. All right. Next round.
Are there no challengers?
I mean, I'm here.
True.
I need one more out there, please.
4 weapons.
This feels a bit unfair.
All right, 2 weapons. Wait, 3. Yes, I can count. All right.
We're not here for math, we're here for blood!
Stand by. What? Ooh. What happened? Did we pause?
2 simultaneous in a row.
Did somebody wave food in front of us? What happened? No? 2 samuels in a row. Separate, please. Finish it.
All right.
Stand by. One.
Good, dead.
And good. Next round, please. One more round. One more round. Oh. Tommy is volunteering to be the single man out. Ooh. Stand by. What? I want your money. I want your food. Hit him, Danny. Hit him. Beat him with your sword. Oh! It's always the stab that sneaks in and gets you, isn't it? Yeah, it's the snow knife that goes through the shield. What shield? It's the great dagger. So, all right, everyone. We are actually getting towards the end of our panel time, and I want to take this time to be able to take some questions from the audience as to who we are, what we do, anything that interests you. We always get the usual questions. What if I took a katana? No, I'm not even going to go there. So feel free to ask questions about swords, sword fighting.
Ask me about reverse grip.
Ask him about reverse grip. If you are, however, the key point is if you are interested in becoming a member or trying this out, it costs you nothing to try it out. Please come talk to me or all of us here at the end on that side of the stage. We're going to clear the stage so that people can come up. Or talk to Samantha, who is back there waving her hands. She is our head of house. She will take your email information down so I can contact you after the con. All right, so at this time, I'm going to sit down. Are there any questions from the audience? Oh, it doesn't like me. It's the dark side of the force. Yes! All right, I need to hear you, bud.
Fighting with your non-dominant hand.
Fighting with your non-dominant hand. It actually happens all the time because a lot of times in battle, you get your dominant hand wounded. We don't actually train for it, but a lot of our members actually will come to a practice and say, hey, today I'm going to go left hand only. And it does help, and I personally recommend it because, well, you have 2 hands, so why not use both, as shown here.
One more point. It helps you learn paired swords faster if you can use the sword well with the offhand as well.
Well done, well done. All right, question over here, sir, with the hard hat.
Spencer here.
What is, Tommy? What it is, it's a trap because he's waiting for you to ask it. That is reverse grip. That is the biggest thing in Hollywood right now, has been for the last year. Was it ever done in real life? A little bit. Do I teach it to you? No. And if you actually use it in tournament, this is usually what happens to you. So don't do it unless you absolutely learn a sword fighting style that it does use the reverse grip. Yes, sir. Say again? Minimum age, well, honestly, so here's the thing. If you join by yourself solo, hey, I want to do this, it's 18. All right? We have taken people as young as 15. All right? Technically speaking, I have a little one that's 6 right now. Hi, Jay. And so it's really depending on the parent. All right? If you want to bring your daughter, come to one of our practices. We will put her through a basic lesson. What we are looking for is she able to understand instruction? Is she able to follow the instruction? Can we teach her discipline necessary in order to do this? And then after that, it's up to you to decide if you want to sign her up or not. Okay? We'd be happy to take a look at it. It's absolutely free, so check it out. All right? Give another pamphlet to the Red Ranger there. All right. Any other questions? We do have some time. Yes, sir. Okay. So you're talking like what is known in the Star Wars world as a dual saber. We do not. Historically speaking, during that time, weapons of that type were found in Asia. And since we are historically European martial arts, we actually don't really teach a style like that. But here's the kicker. We are different. I'm sure many of you have heard the term HEMMA, all right, historical European martial arts. We are not HEMMA. We are mixed martial arts because we don't believe in following one manuscript, one strict style. We believe in using whatever it takes that works to win the fight. Because ultimately, what's the goal of getting into a fight? It's to win. So we do mix Kung Fu with some of our styles. We do use certain Kung Fu movements to allow you to better flow and understand your stances and your movements. We do use an Eastern philosophy to focus and calm to find the one point. How many people are fans of the Wheel of Time series? Okay, one person. Gosh, nobody reads anymore. So there are things you can do with European weapons that are very much like the style you're talking about, sir. But in actuality, yes, there were weapons of that type, but usually in Asia. Right? Any other questions? Yes, sir. We are working on adding flails and stuff to the system. We are working on adding staff. We already have an archery group that does archery. I am desperately trying to work it to where we have horse archery soon. But right now it is mostly bladed. Now, don't get me wrong, when we do the little mini wars like you've seen with our full group, our full membership and stuff, we have flails and things like that. When we have our friends from the LARP group who comes and plays with us, they bring their flails and stuff. It doesn't always work, but they do bring it, and it is a lot of fun. Anybody? Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right, so the question is, hey, number one, if you have an offhand weapon, can you use it to hook? Can you use it to stab or slide? And the answer is yes, and in fact, I highly recommend it. That's what it's there for. The second half of the question is, hey, would you always want an offhand weapon? Would you always want, a dagger or a shield or a buckler in your offhand? And the short answer is no, you wouldn't always want to, okay? And I'm going to show it to you. Now, Duncan here, he has a buckler and a messer, all right? And for his style, because his sword is so short, he is able to manipulate his sword around his buckler at all times. It doesn't get in the way. If you look at Tommy, who is taking off his jacket, but that's all right, Tommy, who is a very tall fella, and he has a very heavy and long sword, it actually makes sense to use two hands to control it better. Can he take a hand off to do an extended lunge? Of course he can. All right, can he take a hand off to reach over the top and try to hit somebody over the top of the shield? Of course he can. But in general, it is better control when you have two. So short answer is no, you wouldn't necessarily want an offhand weapon every time. It just depends on your style, your strength, your speed, your height, and your coordination. We actually asked to do more than one panel here. We're testing out the con. We do talk about, hey, what sword style is best for you, what type of fighter that you are, and feel free to come ask, all right? Feel free, because we'll be happy to talk about it, all right? Yes, go.
One more note, too. There are other examples where you would want to have your offhand free. Say you are a group of knights storming a keep or something like that, and you're fighting indoors. It might be very good to have a hand free to, like, open a door. Because if you walk in and everyone's holding a shield and there's a door in front of you, no one can open it.
Beat the thief to the treasure chest. Yes, go.
I would also just say it depends on your training. We always start with longsword because it has a lot of the important basics. I only recently I leveled up from longsword to being able to switch my weapon. So I currently have an arming sword and an axe. Previously at the past Casa de Fruta, before I got the axe, I was using my Stein, big ol', what is it?
L jug.
Big ol' grail. Used it for surprisingly good defense for my blocks. And the best part of it was when I limbed my opponent, I leaned back to an audience member, they filled it, and I got the drink from the field.
All right, any other questions before we end the panel here? No? Oh, yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Where are we from?
All right, our official business address is in Morgan Hill, but we actually practice and meet in Cupertino, California, which is kind of the middle of all of the Bay Area. So practices are Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., and it's free to come check it out, and we'll talk to you about what you want, what you're interested in, and what you wish to become. I believe gentleman with the helmet on has a question. Can somebody get closer, because I can't hear him with the helmet on.
What about a cutlass?
What about a cutlass? So where is Tom 1? Tom 1, hold up your weapon. So that, in actuality, is the HEMMA equivalent for saber or cutlasses. Cutlasses will probably be about 2 to 3 inches shorter and slightly curved, but we can teach you that once you get past the basics. We have done a couple of pirate fairs in the past. It's not really my cup of tea, but if your character is a pirate, we will teach you cutlass once you reach 3rd level.
He's a pirate. It's Captain Deadpool.
Shorter weapon.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
How about the Greek Zippos? Is that
The Greek Zippos is actually considered a Dark Ages weapon. It is before medieval times, before historical European mixed martial arts or martial arts. In all honesty, it is pretty much used like a Roman gladius, and it is used pretty much like a giant honking machete. Style-wise, well, you'd have a shield, of course, right? But usually that's a sidearm. That's something that happens when their spear breaks. So usually it would be spear. Okay? All right. Is there anybody else before I end this? We are almost out of time. We have about a minute left. No? So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you got a little bit of information. You learned a little something. If you have any questions, please feel free to meet us over there on this side over here. Please feel free to come up and grab a flyer or a business card or put your name on the email list. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.